If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
Fear of intimacy is understandable and common, but the inability to overcome that fear will wreck your relationships. First, you need to recognize the subtle fear of intimacy signs, then you have to address the problem. Here's what the experts recommend. The first step to overcoming fear of intimacy is recognizing the emotional walls and obstacles in your relationship. Here are signs of fear of intimacy, plus ways to get emotionally healthy. This article by Ask.Opinion.com will help you learn why you fear trusting others, how to know if someone is trustworthy, the difference between naive trust versus healthy, adult trust, and what you do when trust is broken. Fear of intimacy is often related to being hurt in the past. It involves the reluctance to open up and reveal your true self, perhaps because you've been hurt in the past. Or, if you grew up in an emotionally and socially closed environment and never learned how to be vulnerable to either friends or lovers, you may have a hard time opening up now. This is fear of intimacy. We've all been betrayed and hurt by loved ones in big and small ways, 1,000 tiny betrayals. Regardless if the pain was accidentally or deliberately caused, we're naturally reluctant to open ourselves up again. Not wanting to get hurt can lead to an extreme fear of intimacy. Personality characteristics such as introversion and extroversion can also contribute to fear of intimacy issues, and so can depression and anxiety. How to overcome the fear of intimacy? There are other times when you are just embarrassed to kiss, cuddle or hug in public spots. It can be so because you are not physically attracted to your partner, or maybe you demand more physical space than your partner is willing to give. There are some tips and tricks that you can follow to overcome your fear of intimacy. These may not work the best in extreme cases but may be able to reduce the impact somehow. Click every topics to GRT more details about it. Number 1. Make the small moves. Number 2. Keep no secrets. Number 3. Be playful. Number 4. Make room for romance. Number 5. Indulge in fantasies. Click here to overcome intimacy fears. Face your fear. I think and see so many people attempting to cope with things by compensating, justifying and suppressing what they feel. We turn to the next best thing to distract ourselves, to pretend nothing is wrong. In my own experience and observations of others, the easiest way to overcome emotional/mental barriers like this is become aware of it. You seem to have this one covered. Accept it as your current reality and don't attach any, especially negative, implications to it. Stare it dead in the face and actively change your behavior when faced with it. Go that extra mile to talk to someone despite the fact you feel uncomfortable. Get comfortable with the feeling of being anxious, if it means that you learn to deal with it. Incidentally, doing something despite the horrible feelings that come with it quickly. Push that feeling away. Focus on how you'd ideally be and work towards that until you find yourself doing it natural, because now, you are it. Don't be too critical if you don't overcome this instantly. Spend as much time as you can putting yourself into the situation you want to master, until you reach a level where you are content. The same goes for anything in life. And remember, what's the worst that could happen? Usually, nothing bad at all. Good luck. Try to analyze the concept you known as I, myself, me, or whatever you may call it in the very primordial aspect of every living being, the most basic instinct of not wanting to experience sufferings. Once you deeply comprehend that, think of any other person, no matter who, known, unknown, the one who makes you most shy, whoever. Specific persons and the general concept of people in general. Try to clearly see how each and every one of them have that very same individual concept of myself and an absolutely equal basic instinct of wishing no suffering. When you really see we're all completely the same at such a primordial level, your shyness will go away.